Thank you. Good morning and welcome, everyone. This is really loud. Jonathan, can you turn my mic down? It was really booming. Aloha, everyone. My name is Michelle LeMay, and I'm one of the Board of Trustees here, and I'm going to share a little bit about what's going to be happening in the next couple of weeks here at CSL KAUAI. And first off, the Reverends have been teaching at a school up north, Pu'ukumu, and they're going to be doing a fundraiser. There's a flyer on the back. It's called the Food Truck Challenge, and if you're interested, it's going to be on Saturday, and if you want to support or learn more about it, we've got more info for the flyer and tickets here as well. I don't know why they call it a Food Truck Challenge, because I don't find it challenging to eat at a food truck. But it's a fundraiser for the school. And then next week, on Wednesday evening, Reverend Diane is going to be doing a personal visioning workshop. This was done not too long ago, and it had a huge response. So that's in regards to coming and really picturing and using the tool of visioning to create the life you're wanting. So that's going to be on Wednesday the 17th from 6 to 8. And then the following day, that's Thursday, there's going to be a spiritual living circle in Kalaheo, and that's from 6 to 7:30 with Rebecca DeRoos. And then the following week, it's going to be in Princeville with Anna Myers. And this is all around the Science of Mind magazine, which we have in the bookstore out back. And then we are going to be changing the date of Spiritual Cinema, so we want you to mark your calendars. It's going to be on the third Friday. It's usually on the last, but it's going to be on May 19th. And movie to be announced, but we just want you to mark that off in your book, and that's always 6:30 start time. And of course, we always have exactly. Visit our bookstore after service. We've got t-shirts still, the brand new ones. We've got some great books. We also have an information table for those of you who want to learn more about what we do at CSL or become members. So thank you for your attention, and I'll hand it over to Reverend Patrick and Reverend Rita.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha. My microphone is not up. Hello?
Well, I know mine's on
Anyway, I'll
because
let
she
him
said it was hot.
So I will take the candle.
So I will. Okay, so this is our time that we take a moment to just settle in for some beautiful thing called peace. And with that,
So with that, we want to bring into the circle today our dear friend John Lydgate. We want to honor him, and as we light this candle, take a moment of silence for him, knowing that he's on his beautiful next journey. And yeah, and if any of you do not know this, I can't imagine that anybody here does not know this, but he passed this week on May 1st. So it's been quite a week for a lot of things, but can we just take a moment of silence for him right now, a silence of bringing him into our heart, into that space.
and in this space of peace and silence, what I know about John is John left us a message that was given to us in a beautiful circle, impromptu circle on Thursday night, and that was that he leaves with us a little piece of him. And we know how beautiful energy is, that there's no beginning and no end. So he leaves with us a piece of him through all of our experiences with him. And what I know is that that flight that has been taken with our beautiful, beautiful John, that bigger than this island, for sure. I know that it is a flight that serves us all, serves this planet, and is globally connected to everyone. That's how big and how special and how powerful our John Lydgate is. our John Lydgate is. So knowing that, we just say, yes, take flight, John, take flight. And so it is.
And so it is.
And for those that would like to participate this Tuesday night from 5 to 8 at Lydgate Park, there will be a memorial service and potluck and celebration of his life. So please join all of Kaua'i there on Tuesday night. So another thing we want to bring into the circle today is our dear youth director, Janice Ferez, who was, if you don't know already, was struck by a vehicle on Thursday night on her bike. But I want you to know that she's doing really well. She was flown to Oahu. We got to be there when she took off. And Marco is on his way there now to be with her. She's just been taken out of ICU. She had her surgery. And although she's in a lot of pain, she's fine. All right? And she is a woman of high consciousness, I can tell you. And all our prayers, I know Kelly and Jeanette were working with her 24/7 in the unseen world, and I know that Patrick and I and many others here were and are, and we just need to continue to hold her in that space because she is very receptive and open, and she's a woman of high consciousness. So, and she just feels our love wrapped around her. She says that, I feel their love wrapped around me. So just continue in that space, and then we're going to dedicate the service to her, to John, and just know that everything is unfolding perfectly, and that she is safe, and he is safe, of course, and that we are just going to give our support of love and get our vibration really high today. That's what today is about. So
Yes,
let's just do that.
about
That's how we can help.
switch. Okay, so back to the idea of details. Just I want to invite us in this time of a lot has happened this week. The details, there'll be plenty of people that can help you out with that, but there's only one detail that I'm concerned with right now, and that is love. Bottom line. It doesn't matter who, what, where, how it happened. It doesn't matter. What matters now is that we take this vibration and we trust intuitively. Michelle, as I look at her, we have a beautiful thing called Coconut Wireless here on this island. And trust me, we use it well. And we appreciate it. And there are times that we really embrace it. But as I was telling Rita today, our job is to work in the invisible and to help as much as we can in the visible. But it starts in the invisible, and that's where spirit resides, and that's where spirit is working with Janice right now to put everything back together. Unless any of you are doctors, then please feel free to join them over on Oahu. But right now, join in love. Yes. So while he's fixing that, if you wonder where you were, I did too. I do as well. You are in a science of mind and spirit. I know we get confused sometimes because we call it CSL KAUAI so much, but what our philosophy is a science of mind and spirit, and that means that we blend science and spirit. And since we are on that note, I just want to tell you how beautiful, as I was telling Jonathan this morning, how beautiful science and spirit works together. When we were able to be with Janice on Thursday night, thanks to the Coconut Wireless, we were able to be there while people are working around her doing what they know how to do. I don't know how to do that. Rita doesn't know how to do that. So it was so beautiful to watch science and what we do come together. As they were working, we were singing the face of God to her. And that's what we know how to do. Well, not necessarily sing on this part, but no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But we were singing the face of God, and I said, now, this is what it's about. This is about science, religion, spirit, whatever you want to call it, coming together at one place. And they were appreciative, and I was too. So that's what we do here. And we come together as Ohana, and we do that well. Are you still? Well, why don't you tell them how wonderful they are.
Okay, so we can pass our mic back and forth. Okay, so who's here for the first time? Oh my goodness. Those that are really here for the first time, could you stand up? Because we know something about you, and we want to let you know what that is. All right, thank you. Thank you for joining us today. You are being welcomed into a family, as you can see, since what we've already talked about. Oh, stay standing. We know something about you. So why don't we tell them what we know about them?
Let's
You
do
right?
it.
You are magnificent. All right, you can sit down now. And we can't know that about them unless we know it about ourselves, because everything starts right here. So what can we say to ourselves right now? I am magnificent. And let's turn to the camera, because we don't know who's watching. I know Melissa and Judah watch every Sunday, and other people, so let's tell them who they are. You are magnificent. And now you can turn to somebody next to you and tell them what you think about them.
You are magnificent.
Doesn't matter what this is doing.
Doesn't matter.
So this is where you'll start
Yeah.
when we give you the cue. Okay? Okay.
I'm not.
Are magnificent.
Magnificent.
Okay.
Everybody's just getting, there we go. Yeah, in case you just walked in, we're just telling each other how magnificent we are. And so why don't we have our opening song? Everybody stand with that magnificence. There we go.
Love will show you the way. 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 Now is the time. We must each find a way to be who we're here to be. All the way. Wheel in the sky, cycles of life, weaving a path for the heart to follow. Love will show you the way. 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 Now is the time. We must each find a way to be who we're here to be. All the way. So let your radiance shine, shine on all you see, shine on all the land and community. Love will show you the way. 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 Love will show you the way.
What I know right here and right now about that is that love is showing the way right now, right through each and every one of us, through that beautiful thing called life that resonates within our being, that is all that we are. That's all that we are, is life, spirit, love, beauty, joy. And what I know is that we fill ourselves up with that idea during this service today. We expand our consciousness, and as we do that, we expand the consciousness of this planet. We fill our hearts with love, with joy, with beauty, and it exudes out from us into the world, all the way over the island, and into the ocean, and into Janice's heart. It's right there where she is, and we hold her in our heart, and we throw it out into the ethers, into the universe where John is, and we know that he can feel us right here and right now. So I know this is a special time to be together, and I am so grateful for this community and for this time we have to share, and for all the love that we are, each and every one of us, knowing that we make a big difference in this world. So let us just continue in this space. Let us let it go, let it fly as we affirm together, and so it is.
Love will show you the way. Love will show you the way. Love will show you the way. Love will show you will show you the way. Love 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 will show you the way.
Good morning, Kaua'i. As you all settle into your places, I love today's talk title. I was telling people about it yesterday at our Powerful or Powerless group. How big is your dipper? And I was thinking, that is still the talk title, isn't it? Okay. Sometimes things change when you wake up in the morning on Sunday. And so I want to leave you for our time of centering with a thought from Raymond Charles Barker. Just a powerhouse of knowing and knowing and knowing that he knew that there was always enough. And thought that expanded consciousness always expresses as expanded experience. Expanded consciousness expresses as expanded experience. And so I take that thought into my prayer today, knowing that there is only one power, one presence, one love, and it is moving in and through me. It is moving in and through each one of us here today, expanding our consciousness in a way that is indeed miraculous. As more love shows up, as more beauty shows up, as more peace shows up, and more abundance shows up in our experience, we are prepared to receive it. I know that there is not, as Ernest Holmes says, a reed shaken in the wind that we are depending on. It is not some power, it is not a great power, it is all power, and I stand in that right now, knowing that I have access to that one power, that one presence, that one love, and it is moving in and through me right now, speaking this word for all of us. In this moment, our minds are opened to receive all that is. In this moment, our hearts are opened to receive ever more than we have ever received before. We expect more than we expect, and we receive it. And so I give thanks for this knowing right now. I give thanks for it manifesting in the right and perfect way for each one here today, knowing that today's service uplifts us, inspires us, and allows us to expand our consciousness that we may be living from an expanded experience. Expanded consciousness always expresses, always, as expanded experience. And so join me in anchoring that truth right here and right now as we say together, and so it is.
I believe it's in the program. Yeah.
There's a chant in the program that we're going to continue with.
I will be gentle with myself, I will love myself. I am a child of the universe, being born each moment. I will be gentle with myself, I will love myself. I am a child of the universe, being born each moment. I will be gentle with myself, I will love myself. I am a child of the universe, being born each moment. I will be gentle with myself, I will love myself. child of the universe, being born each moment.
Thank you, Reverend Diane. Thank you, Ban and David. So, wow, what a week, right? It started with Patrick's birthday. It started with a baby blessing, I believe. And moving into hearing about John Lydgate, and then moving into so several other things that happened in between, and then Janice, and yeah, right? Wedding, yeah, we had all the forms of life this weekend, lots, everything. And that's the important thing to remember, is that it's all life. And please don't think I'm negating anyone's feelings, because I'm not. We all feel deeply, and we should feel our feelings. We should cry. It's all part of it. Crying, we miss people when they're gone. Crying it when somebody's hurting. You know, we don't want to see Janice hurting. That doesn't feel good. But the thing that we have to remember is that there's a difference. I wrote about it this morning in my blog. There's a difference between compassion and morbidity. Compassion is what we're about, and sometimes in this science in the science of mind and spirit, we get taken for like we don't have feelings, and we just wanted to make, oh, everything's okay, that's not what we're saying. We have deep compassion, and we are invited, all of us, to lift up the fallen. When people fall down, we lift them up. But we don't wallow in the morbidity. Now, if I use the word morbidity, I'm talking about where we just continue to just talk about what happened and lament on the world of form, and just go there and go into blame and all that kind of stuff. Now, I mean, I know that's natural to a certain extent, but there has to be a time when we lift ourselves out of it. And if we want to be help to others, if we want to assist this planet at this time, and everyone in it, and all the people we love and those that we don't even know, then it's very important for us to lift our own vibrational rate, like we've been talking about. So how do we do that when we're in the middle of it? We do what that chant says. We love ourselves. We be kind to ourselves. We do the things that make us feel good, whether that's being in service, or whether it's taking a walk at the beach, or having a beautiful meal, or whatever it is, going and visiting the person and holding their hand. But we can't go visit the person and hold their hand if we're in the same consciousness of morbidity, because we're not going to be any help to them at all. We cry with them, that's all good. We should cry with them. And I know, like I said about Janice, she just feels it. She feels our prayers. She feels us surrounding her with our love. And there's no bigger consciousness that I know of than John Lydgate, who was a man of like joy, and he had a lot going on in his life, but still he was this big presence that touched all our lives. And so we need to continue in that big, amazing presence. That's what I want to do. You can all choose to do what you want to do. I'm just inviting you to join me, because I know it's the thing that's going to help this planet at this time. And we're experiencing what everybody else is experiencing. I know sometimes we can get swallowed up in it. We can walk and think it's doomsday. We can walk around and think that there's no hope. It's easy to get swallowed up in it. I have to align myself every single solitary day and remember who I am and what I'm here to do. So I am inviting you all to do the same thing, to go within and say, why am I here? What is mine to do? What can I do? And I'm telling you that spirit within you will speak loud and clear to you and let you know. It will let you know what is yours to do. And we all have a special thing to do. It might not be running over to Oahu to be with Janice. It might be doing something else. It might be doing this. It might be being with someone that needs you here. It could be a million things, but each of us will know. So don't let anybody tell you what they think you should do. You do what you know you should do. And you do know, and don't say I don't know, because you know. I know. Ernest Holmes always says, he says, you know, if you keep telling yourself I don't know for long enough, you're never going to know. You got, even when you don't think you don't know, you got to go, I do know. Or if I did know, what would I know? Right? So there's a beautiful man named Dr. Jim Lockard, and to get into this idea of filling up, because when we say how big is my dipper, all we're saying is how big is my consciousness? How aligned am I? How much do I expect from the universe? What am I here for? How can I be the biggest of God possible in this universe? He said, if we are going to change our results in life, we must change our relationship with Source. Our inner genius, that is an individualized expression of the universal intelligence. We have to get aligned with that Source. Nothing is being withheld from us. Nothing is being withheld from us. This is like, okay. Our good lies in wait for us to evolve and develop to the point that we become welcoming conduits for its expression. If our current experience falls short of the ideal possibilities, then we have work to do. We all, he says, have work to do. So it's not like, oh, I've got it now, and that person doesn't, or whatever. No, we all have work to do. No matter what level of we're at with this, with our alignment with Source, we all want more of it. We all have work to do to keep ourselves aligned. And I'm just really going to stay vigilant with this, with myself and with all of us, that we stay vigilant with ourselves, that we do whatever it is that we need to do to keep ourselves aligned with that Source and intelligence. And we all have our individual way of doing that, like I said, and that we are, what's the word? We don't let up. We don't let up. We don't let up.
Relentless.
Persistent, thank you. Sometimes words fail me. But I always get, they're out there anyway because we're all connected. Thank you. That we be persistent with it. That we just persist. And you know what? It's not exhausting either, because the more you do it, the more strength you have. And the more it's easier to do. But it all comes from in here, in the heart. It's all the heart. Love will show you the way, as the song said. And that's who we are. We're love. We're not anything but that. We are pure love, never been touched by anything, pure spirit. Each and every person we talked about today is that same thing. So are you with me? Yeah. All right. So, we heard this, I don't remember who said it. Oh, it was Dr. Ken Gordon in a talk. He's the head of Centers for Spiritual Living. And he said, do you know the light is really bright right now? The light is bright. You can feel it. And he said, and when the light gets bright, the shadows get bigger. But what we have to remember is the shadows aren't real. It's the light that's real. So we got to turn away from the shadows and shine our light brighter and brighter and brighter. And so it is.
And so it is. star bright, a celebration. Help us remember the feeling. Help us remember who we are. Help us remember that feeling. Help us remember who we are. There's a messenger by the side of the road. He's a white-faced owl.
Mahalo. If we could just remember once again this song, Remember Who You Are, I wouldn't even need to do a message today. But since you're not all ready for that, we will, kidding. Oh, how big is your dipper? All you need is one pause, and that allows the imagination to go all over the place. It's good to see you. It's good to be vibrating with you. And I say this whole month is about abundance, and this month is about us thinking big, leaving the small stuff there. Let's think big together. You in for that for the month of May? I want to tell you why I'm so abundant today. I'm celebrating life of all kinds, because you might have been here, and if you weren't, you'll hear it again, and maybe even again. When I was 35 years old, 5 years ago, I was 35 years old. I had a person with well-meaning intention tell me the end of my life, what year that would appear. Wow. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, he did. And at 35, I didn't care. When he said 58. Ooh. Have you ever turned 58 with that in your subconscious? And I said yes. But here's the deal. On May 1st, there was a moment as 12:01 was approaching. And I said to myself, you are so beyond this, Patrick. But there's a message behind it. Well, here I am, 59, here I am. Woo! As in, once upon a time, the curse has been lifted. You stuck with me, man. Yeah, 58 was ticking away. And here's my message with that. I didn't believe it enough for it to happen. But here's the good news and here's the not so good. Stop giving the advice, man. Stop giving it. Because that stuff lays in your subconscious. That stuff lays in the subjective. Somebody called you stupid as a child, it's still there. Somebody called you beautiful, it's still there. That was somebody else. But it really meant, and I thought, am I going to really bring it up today? Yeah, I am, because here's the deal. It was still stuck inside of some crevice, like the light that they were talking about today. When you know how you get your house and it's all mood lighting and it looks all like, yeah, till you turn on the fluorescence and you see every little bit of dirt that has ever been. It looks so clean until the lights came on fully. And that's okay, because all that light is telling us to do is clean it up. The light goes on and we go, God, dirt, 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 dirt. Broom, 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 mop, 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 sponge. It has no power except the power that you have as you continue to tell yourself how dirty your house is, how much cleaning still needs to be done, how big your dipper needs to be and can be. And my dipper doesn't have to be the same size as your dipper. Did you know that? birthday girl. She's over there going, laughing like a little schoolgirl over there. So here we are with this idea of how big our consciousness is and can be. And it's not about getting stuff. It's not about, oh, I need my consciousness bigger so I can get more stuff. That's good too. You know I'm all for stuff. But there's much more to it when we can actually settle in and become alive in the fact of who we are. That's all I really care about in my life right now, is who I am. I've been looking a lot at our beautiful Florence Scovel-Shinn. Do you remember her from the new days of New Age and New Thought? And she says, with glasses on, two things. Man can only receive what he sees himself receiving, and man must prepare for the thing he has asked for when there isn't the slightest sign of it in sight. We talked about that last week. We get very excited. We find the newest modality. We've journaled like there's no tomorrow. And boy, did we have some insights. We came to see Rita and Patrick on a Sunday, inspired and moved. We went to the latest workshop and it moved us. We went to the latest webinar. God, there's a lot of webinars out there. I wouldn't even have time. We went to another book, another self-help book. And I'm not against them. As I told somebody the other day, I was one of those little boys, strange as it may be, that was born with a self-help book in his crib. Because I was always wanting to know what the hell was going on around me. I don't think I used hell at 9 months, but but one never knows. But it's that whole idea, so you get inspired, right? And you're just flying high. Life is good. I'm unlimited and nothing can stop me, man. Until I get in a conversation with my friend. Let them know how things really are. That was fun. That was nice. All that little good stuff. You're unlimited. That feels good. Warms your heart. But now let's talk about how things really are. Let's talk about how heavy I am. Let's talk about me not being able to pay my bills. Let's talk about how crappy my car is, which on the island is really nice news because you can have an island car and actually get away with that. When I moved here, I went, oh, I have a dent in my car. Yeah. Island car. Yeah. So that it wouldn't have done when I was in Hollywood. They would have said, you have a dent in your car, man, for the last year and a half. What's wrong with you? You don't got any money? Yeah, we go back to the way that things really are. And I don't know about you, but that just blew my high. I was on a spiritual high. Frequency and a vibration that was out there with John as he's letting all that beautiful energy be a part of it. And I don't want to do that anymore. I don't know about you, but I want to be an example of someone who lives life to the fullest. And yes, there's a challenge. But once we've given the news, it's not news anymore, guys. Once we've told the story, it's not pertinent anymore. Feelings? Yes. Feelings? Yes. Today I feel vulnerable. Today I feel alone. Today I feel frightened. Yes. Let's talk about that. But let's not skirt it with all of the conditions of the world. That's where we go. I've been in conversations with myself, which I talk about quite. I know you find that hard to believe, but in conversations, and I realized I had left the conversation, and the word solution never came up. Solution never seemed to enter the conversation. That's why we brought up Janice.
There's only one solution for that: love, support. Not who did that, why did they do that. That's none of your business. It's none of my business. What's important, my business, is to support and to love each and every one of you, and most of all, to love myself. Got in a conversation this morning, and I let a little spiritual wisdom out to one of our congregants. We were talking about loving your neighbor as yourself. Love your neighbor as yourself, and that's the first place we get into trouble. Love them like yourself. And so everyone saying, I just listened to Brene Brown yesterday because my lovely wife got me this whole series of her tapes. And they said that love is the only thing that cannot be proven in the scientific world. And yet she was saying that love is the most important thing, and everyone said, can you prove it? And they said no, but then they said, would anyone want to walk out this door and give it all up? Let love completely out of your life. Since you can't prove it, let it go. Nobody was willing to do that. There is a time in our life that we have got to get new conversations. I really want myself to hear this. That's really for the month of May, or even for the day. Watch our conversations. You don't have to be like a police patrol on them, but be aware. Be aware. What are we conversing about? What's our language? We have been identifying ourselves by our problems for so long that I don't think that we know another language. And it's time, today, not tomorrow, to form a new language. A new language of truth that says, when somebody, so how you doing today? Good, right? Somebody says, oh, maybe it's not so good. Well, let's talk about it. How are you feeling? That's the big trick of this one. Everyone says, this is a philosophy that spiritually bypasses. Because we say, no, it is not. We're talking about feelings. And that's the last thing on everyone's lips. You're talking about what they did, what I did, what I could have done, but what you're really saying is, I'm scared. Life scares me right now. And then when that happens, we can say, woo, it's scary out there. I'm going to turn up my light. I'm going to turn up my light now, man, because it is scary. But if we keep hiding underneath that bed with that boogeyman, wow. There is something so powerful going on right here and right now in this world today. I am so grateful for all the supposed stuff that's going on because it has awoken me. So I will end with this understanding that we will be getting new microphones. and they're going to be paid by you. So so there's a little basket out there for microphones. I always love that. Oh yeah, get new microphones. Oh, thank you. Oh no, not just happen by next Sunday. So here's the solution: it was like this. I've been loving props lately. I was holding this with willpower. Work. It's going to work because I'm one with Spirit. Work. Pick up another one, man. And if your battery, then it's not the battery, so then you plug in, I got the battery. Hello? No. Willpower, man. Stop willing things to happen and allowing them to happen. If it's not working, oh, I love it. They said, I'm really working on this. I'm working on this relationship. I'm working on this. If you're working that hard, then something else needs to be looked at. Because it's supposed to be easy, but we've taught ourselves that it's not. Between Rita and I, we've been wowing you guys today, have we not? And I'm going to let you know something, how lucky you are today. Not only that I'm 59 now, and that you're not mentioning me today. Let me tell you something. Try living with my beautiful, beautiful Rita, who doesn't even allow the word "I don't know" in the house. Because the other day I was, I said, she goes, well, why do you think that's happening? I said, I don't know. Wrong. Oh, but you know, I know, but I don't know enough to like answer you right now. All right, I do know. I do know that you know, but I don't know enough to say it now. Leave me alone. No. Stop this science of minding me. No. So that's it. You have a choice. You can stay with the one that doesn't work, or you can pick up the one that does, and the one that does is Spirit. At all times, you can count on it. It's not going to let you down. I don't care what your little boy and your little girl says, that they don't trust. It's okay. Raise them differently now. Let them know that you can be trusted, that your mic is going to work, that life does work, that you have enough batteries and you're charged enough to handle anything that's put in your way. Janice can handle anything that's put in her way right here and right now. And that's because we are here right now raising our vibrations to help John on his journey, to help us on our journey, and to help this entire planet on their journey. I love you for the very depths of my entire being. I love you. Namaste.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Okay. So this is.
I love her.
I know. I love you too. I love him. It's good. Thank God we all have each other, right? Thank God. So this is our time of affirmative giving, of sacred giving, and thank you so much for everything from the bottom of CSL's heart that you contribute to this center that allows us to continue to do what we do and to put this out into the world and to actually tithe out into the world, which we do every month, as we told you. So 10% of what you give us goes out into worthy causes starting on Kaua'i and then out into the world. All right, so there is an affirmation in our program that is to be read by us and to be taken in and really felt, and that is divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I give freely today, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And it does, and so it is.
Our love brings beauty and joy. Our love brings beauty and joy. Our love. Our love brings beauty and joy. Our love brings beauty and joy. Our love, gratitude. Gratitude.
blessings flowing in and through this center. I give thanks that Spirit is moving in and through each one of us in a magnificent way. To bring prosperity here on earth, to ground prosperity here on earth, in each of our lives and in the lives of this center as a whole. And so I simply give thanks for all that's been offered here today and know that it is multiplied in the consciousness of the all-good. Abundantly, abundantly, abundantly blessed and multiplied. Pressed down, overflowing into our own worlds and into this center. As this center brings its teachings into the world, I know that Spirit says yes, because there is only one life, one love, one law, and it always takes the impress of our word and manifests it in a most delightful and extravagant way. And so I simply give thanks for the one law of mind that takes this word, takes these blessings, and brings them forth for the highest good of all. So join me in saying, and so it is.
And so it is.
So, here we are, and we have our children. Come on up. Thank you, Sue Buckley, for filling in today. Yeah, here they are. We never know. Yay! And our biggest child, Sue Buckley, will now speak to us.
It's on? Yeah. We had a lot of fun today. We started out by all writing down our names and giving yay. And he was very well behaved. We wrote down our ages. We talked about schools. We talked about bullying. We talked about respect. And thanks to Amelia, we made friendship bracelets. Or necklaces, or pinky rings.
I never finished.
Go ahead and hold them up. And I got a fabulous ankle bracelet that I will be wearing to school tomorrow. Thank you, everybody.
So let's just take a moment to know the truth for these children and for all the children in the world, that they are held in love, they are infused with love, they are totally and completely supported, and that wherever they are the Spirit of God expressing, the Spirit of light, the Spirit of love expressing in everything that they do and in everyone that surrounds them. So I just send that blessing out as we work together. And so it is. Thank you, and thank you, Sue. And if there's anyone out there that would like to assist us, we have George Dempsey and Sue that would like to help with the children. Reverend Janice, I'm sorry. Well, Janice is away from us. If there's anybody that's interested in that, you do have to have a background checked, but please let us know, because we would be grateful for some more help, for some more mentors. Okay? All right. Are we ready? Oh, yes. And if anything's come up during the service, a lot that's come up. Reverend Diane will be up here to do treatment work with you, and you can come up and have an actual treatment right now, or you can put your request in the treatment box out there, and we will hold you in prayer. So that's an option. All right, we are full of options. So thank you, everyone, for holding the light today. It's been very important. I can really feel it. So thank you. Mahalo, mahalo, as we move into our closing song.
So if you'd like to stand, take this energy out into the street, he's back to have some cake or coffee.
Keepers of the earth, keepers of the garden, keepers of the love and the light. Dance, 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 dance wherever you are. Keepers of the earth, keepers of the garden, keepers of the love and the light. Dance, 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 dance wherever you are. Keepers of the earth, keepers of the garden, keepers of the love and the light. Dance, 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 dance
Okay, keep dancing. Wherever you are. Gratitude for today. Gratitude for this one mic that we have right here, and the others that are coming as we speak. And what I know is that some people greeted you at the door, and that greeting is so important. Saratina, Harry, and those wonderful programs. Rita and I jumped in for Roseanne, and we were doing those too. So all I know is that from Reverend Diane, say mahalo, mahalo, mahalo. Beautiful sound. Jonathan, don't be starting on me. Jonathan, and in the back, there's a cameraman going on. Not only that, but he's flipping cake out there too. It's just, it's a crazy thing at CSL KAUAI, as the volunteer coordinator would say. So we have some flowers. We have, yes, volunteers. We have some beautiful flowers. Karen Lieberman brought the flowers. And Jai, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We can always just love our flowers that we get. And everyone who's helping in the back. And Janice, let's send out for Janice and just say yes, yes, yes. Sue, who stepped in, and George, who's here for us. We just all one family allowing this to be. And Kaban and David for that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful music. Mahalo. And for our beautiful, beautiful John Lidgate, thank you for everything that you have given to this island. And thank each and every one of you. And let's just settle in for just a moment with this gratitude, with this love that is right here, right now. I'm so grateful for this beautiful, beautiful Reverend Rita, and for Reverend Patrick. I'm just so grateful. Yes, that's all self-love, man. It's all self-love. I'm grateful for each and every one of you who have brought your vibration into this room today, for this gratefulness that just says that we are here. I am here. I am here, and I am so grateful for that thing called life force that runs through each and every one of us and our beautiful children. So here we grow again, my friends. Here we grow again. Watch your conversations. Let them be filled with the light of who you truly are, as together we say with gratitude. And so it is.
Keepers of the earth, keepers of the garden, keepers of the love and the light. Dance, 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 dance wherever you are. Keepers of the earth, keepers of the garden, keepers of the love and the light. Dance, 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 dance wherever you are. Keep dancing. Dance, 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 dance wherever you are. Dance, 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 dance wherever you are.
Yes, and a closing gratitude from Michelle. Michelle for everything that she does. And let's sneak in a happy birthday to Twitch. Dance. Keep dancing.
Much better today.